Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Today gonna go out there, see what came out today, see if things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, the main big things coming out today is the film Barbie. That one's coming out. I don't believe there's anything exclusive for that one, as far as I can tell. Also though, the Haunted Mansion, that one's releasing today. There might have been something exclusive I saw for that, as well as the last Voyage of the Demeter, that's releasing. And then there's one thing that I really want to get at Barnes & Noble. Hopefully they have it in there, and from what I can tell, it looks like it's the exact same price in store as it is, you know, on their website and on Amazon.com. So it doesn't seem like it's more money. Sometimes when it comes to Barnes & Noble stuff, the in-store price is like $10 more or $20 more. It's very strange. It used to be like that. So we'll see. Hopefully it's the Amazon price. If it is, I'm going to get it in store. If not, I'll get it off of Amazon. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. So we'll see what they have in here. And you guys like when I kind of do the long take going in and showing what's in the $1, $3, and $5 spot here. And at least it's something new to see get, you know, updated in here. And you see they're starting to put out like the Christmas and holiday stuff in here. But we'll head down here though and see. There's definitely a lot of people standing around in here today though. Let's see though. Check over at the books, you know, where the movies used to be, and see anything new that's been changed here. Oh yeah, I do see a new one changed in here. I see Dolly Parton's Behind the Seams, Dolly Parton book, and Jada Pinkett Smith book, and a Kerry Washington book. So these ones were all new. So at least we see something, you know, get changed out in here. And I think, is that a Madonna book down there too, I think? Or who is that? No, Julia Fox. Julia Fox book down there. Well, let's see. We'll head over though to the actual section though, and fingers crossed, hopefully they have some things over there today. We shall see though. But yeah though, in there though, in the actual section, they did have everything out in there today. Maybe it's like that since they know Best Buy is like, you know, be getting rid of everything next year. They're like, oh, we're going to start stocking things really well now. So they had everything out. They had, you know, the Barbie movie on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. They had the Haunted Mansion out. So like everything, you know, that they should have been, you know, out, they had in there today. So finally, you know, Target is getting the stuff out in the shelves though, at least this location. Now, before I go into Walmart, a lot of people have asked me, you know, my take on everything with, you know, Best Buy getting rid of physical media, you know, getting rid of the Blu-rays and DVDs and 4Ks and everything, and not selling them online, not selling them in stores anymore. And I know, you know, over the last couple years, Best Buy's certain locations have been getting rid of the movies here and there and cutting down the sections and everything like that. But the thing is, what I can't figure out is why they're totally cutting it 100%. You know, the bottom line is there's a lot of foot traffic on Tuesdays of people going into Best Buy, which is going to 100% stop. If they're not going to have exclusives, and the thing is, people are going in there for a number of different exclusives. They're going there for the mainstream, like Universal, Warner Brothers, Sony, when they do exclusives, and they're also going for the boutique titles. You know, when Shout Factory, Scream Factory, when they do a Steelbook, they do a limited edition Steelbooks a lot of times that are exclusives to Best Buy, so people are in there looking for those. They're looking in there for the anime manga DVDs, which are not as easy to get in stores. That's one of the few places that carries them. So the thing is, there's certain things that people are going to in there, foot traffic wise, it's going to totally die down, and it's going to really cut down the sales of the store. So I don't know why. And they're also their argument going, well, you know, with the shift to